Today, I want to answer the question, can you weld with only a car battery and jumper cables?
Typically, when you would think of welding, you would probably think about using welding rod, but let's just be honest. If you're trying to weld with your battery because you're stuck out in the middle of nowhere and you're in a pinch, are you really going to have welding rods with you? Well, probably not. We will test the welding rods, but first, I want to see if some other random type of bare wire would work to weld. So I got my battery and my jumper cables. Just going to go ahead and hook the positive up to the positive side and the negative to the negative side. All right, we got juice. I'm just going to clamp this piece of wire in there and see if we get a spark. So it does spark, and that whole wire heats up, but it's not enough heat to actually make an arc and to actually start a weld. Let's see if we can do any better with a proper welding rod. Again, a lot of sparks, but 12 volts is just not enough to get a good arc. So, what if we use two batteries? I got a red and white wire. I stripped back a couple of inches. Then I ran the positive on one battery to the positive on the other, and the negative on one to the negative on the other. I thought that would give me 24 volts. However, when I put my jumper cables on there, I was still only getting 12 volts. I actually had to look this up on YouTube because I didn't know how to connect two batteries to get 24 volts. What you got to do is put the wire from the positive on one to the negative on the other. And then you put your jumper cables on the other two posts. So one of your jumper cables would go on the positive on one battery and one would go on the negative on the other battery. And there we're getting about 25 volts. And I'm using my 7014 welding rod there. Let's see how this does. Well, 24 volts was actually enough to get a decent weld. It's kind of on the cold side, so I'm not getting a super great weld, but in a pinch, this would work. Now, since it's likely you may not have welding rods with you, but you might be able to find a piece of wire, I want to see if we can weld with this random piece of metal wire. So I actually did get an arc with that wire. However, the wire kept sticking to the metal and heating up that whole wire. I'm going to try this a couple more times and see what I can get. That does not look pretty. However, in a pinch, this would probably work. Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, hit that thumbs up button. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. And also, if you'd like to see more content like this, consider subscribing to my channel because I put out videos like this every week. And Lord willing, I'll see you next time.